a new article out from Politico, of course, about Bernie Sanders and how they fucking hate him. But this time, other than some sort of actual policy disagreement in which they usually lie and gaslight, this time they went with just complete bullshit. And, oh my God, it borders on the verge of anti-Semitism. I'm usually somebody who likes to, wait a minute and let's see. And, it's got to be really blatant for me to be like, oh, God damn, how can you fucking not see it? But they came really close to the line where they have this picture of, on the main part of the article, they have this picture of him where they got this little Hampton-style house on one side, Bernie in the middle, and then a picture of a tree with money growing on it. Of course, there's no such thing as a fucking genuine money tree. So it's made up. It's a drawing. And you're like, already right there, that's looking not good. You're like, why would you? What's this all about? So you keep reading. And there was a line in it that was like, oh my God, all it needed was the word Jew in there somewhere. And oh, dude, it was so close to anti-Semitism. So it's something like it said, Bernie, he may be cheap, but he's definitely not, something like that. And I'm like, dude, that's the stereotype. Cheap Jew. Like what other way can you fucking word it other than to think, yeah, that's anti-Semitism? Let someone like Ilhan Omar have said somebody who's Jewish, even half Jewish, just somebody who is Jewish was cheap. Oh, just imagine. They would have fucking thrown the book at her and then some, man. But here this asshole article writer for Politico gets to be like, yeah, Bernie's cheap. What are you going to do? Yeah, you know how Jews are. I mean, it's sad, but goddamn, how much? It was this far away, dude. So again, I'm like, that's really close to anti-Semitism. So close. But the main thing is, and this is why I hated this article, because it's going to come across as like, oh, Bernie, well, he says that the rich and and their fair share and all these things, and he hates the rich and bashes them and all that. Blah, 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 blah. But who's rich now? Oh, wow, you just totally solved the whole problem. The whole, key to the it's so it reminds me of these people that every time you see them a lot on Fox, especially, where they get this impression that, oh, well, you don't live in a fucking cave and, have a penny to your name. Well, then you can't talk about anything of note when it comes to income inequality. You actually have a meal to eat every single day? Well, then you're a hypocrite when you talk about people paying their fish. When the reality is, the guy is not telling you I should be exempt from taxation. He's not saying, yeah, no, all those people that are rich, tax the shit out of them. But me, no, I'm different. I'm special. No, he's like, me too, you idiots. It's all the same. If it's whatever your income is. If your income goes above a certain amount, you get tax increase. How is that hard to understand? But no, of course, it's always got to be about, oh my God, he's not super dirt poor. Why is he talking about income inequality issues? Oh my God. And then it just goes, like, it's a long article too. It's one that goes on for, if you had it based out of a newspaper or a magazine, it would have been a 4 or 5 page article, at least, maybe more. And so in it, they just talk about the shit that he has and how he once started out a certain way, only had a certain car or house to live in back when, but now, oh, he's got 3 of them. Wow. All right, yeah, that's more than most people. But again, and the houses they pick up, and there's another picture of him with 2 houses on his shoulder, and he's kind of cradling one. This is an illustration, of course, because, But they made those houses that he's kind of holding up. They look like they're McMansions, and they're pretty big-sized houses. Most of the ones he has are just regular old houses out in Vermont somewhere. I think one of them's in Maine or New Hampshire or some shit. So what? They're not homes in Beverly Hills or Boca Raton. They're not worth tens of millions of dollars each. One of them's inherited, I believe. That could happen to anybody, So it's this is not going to be the last. I mean, they'll find another reason to attack the guy. And look, as long as he keeps on his message about which policies he's going to try to enact when he becomes president for the working people, you just hope that gets the people out that don't usually vote. Now, obviously, everyone that voted for him before or even thought about voting for him the last time comes out. But in addition to them, there will hopefully be more people that didn't vote. And now they're like, oh, finally, it's finally someone who's going to fight for me and my family. Because if you rely on the media to give you your information about this guy, you're going to be very disappointed. You're going to get the impression that this Bernie guy, oh my God, he's a hypocritical piece of shit. Why is he even running? And they'll give you none of the stuff that Joe Biden's doing or any of the other candidates. And it's sad. So hopefully with the debates, it becomes very clear that Bernie's the choice. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Don't go with anyone else. If you're a working class person especially, don't go with anyone else if you want your family to succeed in the next few years.